this right. Let's make sure we got this right. Yes, okay. Good, good, good. Everything's rolling. Let's go best. Alright. Normally about this time, because I really haven't been playing Star Citizen that much, there's really not much to do, because they're going to hit it with a new update coming up here soon, so, you know, it's like, what's the use? But they did give me, as a loaner, a new ship. It's a, I guess you can consider it a capital class. It's not quite a... It's a bit bigger than your standard Corvette. I actually have a Corvette in the guise of the Polaris, and I'll pull them both out just to compare them. I did try to do some of this last night just to see it. Problem is I couldn't figure out how to open the ramp to this particular ship that they've loaned to me. I know how to open the ramps for my ship, and it's tough to find because these ships are so big that they put little markers on the actual just floor. So, oh, hope you find it, you know, instead of just having something that you can walk up to. That said, we're going to go in, we're going to take a look, just a brief look, and then I'm going to go back to my regular scheduled programming of Schedule 1, which I'm either going to, yeah, I do have a crime stat. I forgot what happened. Oh, we were at a ship show. I wasn't part of the show. I didn't want to be a part of it. I was just comparing the sizes of two of my ships that I have that are of a similar class and the same manufacturer. And some idiot decided to come and smash everybody's ship with one of these giant ships that we're going to go look at. The funny thing is that he bounced on me with his landing gear, but I got the crime stat. But luckily, he bounced me into the air, and I fired up my ship's engines, and I was able to get away without him destroying me like he did all the other ships that were on the ground. And one of my ship I was comparing it to, I actually found it over yonder, if you will. Like, I think it was about 480 meters away from where it was actually originally at. Because, you know, you can measure those. This game's crazy. Anywho, I did find it. I did get into that ship, flew it back, had major damage, but it wasn't destroyed, so I didn't have to recall any of my ships, which was fun. You know, I'm one of those realist guys, you know, that, you know, I feel like I'm playing the game of Tron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to briefly take a look at this ship that they've loaned to me. And then I'm going to go back to Schedule 1. But I want to see what they loaned me. Of course, I want to check to see if anybody's collecting the frogs down here. Let's see what we got over here. Yep, or turtles, not frogs, turtles. Yeah, they're still collecting turtles. Even though they're all going to reset, so I haven't been collecting them myself. I do like the turtles, though. But I just want to see, I want to get inside the ship, and then I'll probably go fly it some other, probably not during this stream, obviously, but this stream I just want to pull it out. Just to get a size and scale of what it's like in my hangar compared to after. First I'm going to pull out my Polaris. I actually have a Corvette. This is a ship that's slightly bigger than the Corvette, but it's not quite a, see, I don't know how, a destroyer. So a destroyer would be, in this game, a Javelin class ship. I don't know what a battleship would be. This is the city of Area 18 that we're in. I'm in the tram to go to the spaceport. That spaceport is actually going to the convention center where this was held. The Invictus launch week.
Doors are now closing.
And as we kind of look down there, this is where we just came from. As a matter of fact, I just came out of this section when I woke up. As we blow by it. See if we see anybody landing out there. Don't see any ships flying in. It looks okay. Sometimes you can see pilots coming in and landing their ships. Might be a slow day out here in the verse.
Now arriving.
And here we go. So let's go take a look at this beast. Who's that? Oh, that's somebody taking off. So lately, a lot of people have been glitching ships into the spaceport itself. Let's see if this one has any. No, it looks like the server's all clean. Yes, all clean. Looks nice. That character needs to go on a diet. I guess you don't know. You can just go to your own hangar, pull your ship. This is my home base, so I automatically have a hangar here, so I don't have to pull it out of the terminal. First ship we'll pull out, and it's going to be brief. I'm going to pull out the Polaris. I'll open her up, give you a sense of scale, give myself a sense of scale as well. Let's pull this beast out here.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Way down here. Bam. Let's see.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Now this is one of my ships. Oops. Woo. Watch that step. It's a doozy. This should close up. And while that's coming up, I'm going to go jump in the... This is my Ursa Medical that I just keep parked inside my hangar, so I can just run up to it. Instead of having to go to the hospital and get some IV drips put in me, I'll just do it on this medical bed here. Alright, alright. So I was a bit late getting on. I was paying some bills, and they had to be paid, and we're all done with that. We're all charged up. Ship should be coming up now. Oops, that way, this way. This is a Polaris. Now, to give an actual sense and the size of the grandeur of this beast, let me go into a third person. See how big this beast is to me. Right now, this is the second largest combat ship in the game. To be fully crewed, I think roughly about, what was it, 10, 12 people to fully crew it. All the turrets and everything. That's a size 7 man turret right there. It's got a manned torpedo launch bay. Has all kinds of turrets on the top and the bottom and the sides that come out in Defender that are manned. Now let's see if I can find this thing. Here's the hardest part. Let's see if we can find this. Let's line ourselves up. There's no set mark. So it's the tiniest little, like, illuminated square that will appear. And And it's got no marker, other than the fact it just appears. Remember, I went by and I accidentally came across it. See, I'm almost too close to see it now. This is the craziest thing. This should not be this hard to find, but it was. Man, last night, it took me a long time to find the button to open that ramp. There's a ramp right there that's going to open up for us. There it is. Look at that. Just appeared. Bada boom, bada bing. See, you move, it just pops and moves. But you gotta be in just the right spot to see it, see? Just the right spot. You're over here, you're not gonna see it. This is, come on, CIG, just go put something on one of those landing gear, a button. Put on the frickin' landing gear. This is what irks me about these guys. This is what happens when you have kids, though, doing all your design work. In any case, let's hop in here. This is a good-sized ship. It's pretty huge. Up here is the, I believe, yeah, this is the torpedoes. I believe they are size 10 torpedoes, and they pack a wallop. Each one of these torps to replace 100,000 credits, I believe it is, or is it 1,000,000? Who knows? These guys are like so overpriced on what they're doing. They're so focused on realism. I think Buzzcut Psycho made one of the best videos about how CIG's vision is just... As a tech demo, it's great. I'll tell you right now, I like coming in here and looking at all the detail on these ships. I mean, let's get rid of all that chat. Let's just give us a free look here. I mean, this is just amazing detail. No matter where you go, you're going to find amazing detail. These torpedoes can literally be lifted up and taken out of those racks. You do have, I believe, is this elevator, this main elevator, does this work? Yeah, okay, so you call an elevator, right? We are at the cargo level deck, or torpedo deck. I don't know if this elevator works. Maybe not. One of the elevators doesn't work, and I think it's, oh, there she is, Okay, cool. So here, this will take us right up to the bridge deck. So this is nice. This elevator will shoot you right down to the torpedo control room and the front main turret. And now I'm just walking in here just to give a scale of this ship. This is the biggest combat ship that I actually possess in the game. And I thought this thing was huge. I got another one coming that's a bit smaller than this, but it's going to be my favorite ship. I've been waiting for this ship for a long time. This is that nose that we saw. It's got great view. This is to pilot it. This is where you would sit. This chair is really just a poser seat. It has hardly any controls. You got remote control turrets. One is a I think a laser cannon or a laser repeater, and the other one is a missile launcher or rocket launcher. Not to be confused with those giant torpedoes down there. That's a whole different ball game. So as you go up here, when you fire her up, let's see if we can power her up. Let's get some power in this beast. Let's juice it.
Welcome to Robert Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check. Engines on.
Just fired up the engines.
100%.
These are the engines. See that rocket launcher right there? That's one of the remote controlled in those remote controlled chairs that we have. Those are 2 manned turrets with their quad cannons on them. Those are manned. Out of the side comes a similar size repeaters, quads, that come out for small ship. Those are the size 7 ballistic cannon. That's a manned turret as well. You can see me sitting there. If you look real close, you can just see me in there sitting. So you can get a sense of the scale of this beast. I'm gonna go hit the med bed on this one. I think this one has a brig and a med bed, so you got, if you will, jail cells. But she's big. Make no bones about it. This is a big ship. And while in flight, you can move about her, you know, from stern to aft. You can you know, go port side, starboard side, just walking around inside her while she's in flight. It's like a whole environment of her own. I'm gonna shut the engines off, but we'll keep her powered up. Let's get out of this beast. Okay. Again, this is the bridge. And when it's fired up, this is supposed to be whatever planetary system you're in. It'll have the sun and the planets that are going around it. And then when you enter a planet's orbit, it's supposed to show that planet and its topography and everything and locations. These are the escape pods. Here's the elevator that we came up in. This room is a locker and armory. This is the armory. So suit lockers, weapons. You have your weapons racks here, here. Not sure what all these places are or what they do. It's been a while since I've been in this ship. Okay, I believe this is the captain's quarters. Should be a room in here somewhere. Oh no, is this the brig? Yeah, this is a brig. I stand corrected. You can actually lock people in there. And they tried to get me, but I'm too savvy. I got one of these. But we've gotten other folks. Okay, these are turrets, I believe. What are these? Nope. Yeah. These are those side turrets for anti-small ship defense. Or no, these are the upper turrets. Where are they at? Let's pop into this beast. Yeah, these are the top turrets. These guns are beasts. So everything, no matter what you're doing, you have to turn everything on. The key is just finding the switch. There it is. That's gyro mode. Switch fire mode. There's my power button. There's power on. Now this thing's all fired up.
Public Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
So this is actually not hooked up to my. It's hooked up to my this. These are on my joystick or on my I got my flight sticks pushed to the side, so you don't get the full view, but. Okay, all 4 aren't firing. So that's something that you gotta go troubleshoot by cycling the weapons on and off. Those are the top turrets. I think. Are we going this way? I can't remember which way I came.
Which way did I go?
Okay, what do we got here? Okay, yeah, this is the way we want to go. So this is the rec room, galley, cantina. Come out through here. This is the hallway we were in, right here. Where we went left right there. You can see inside there. No windows here, so let's see what's in here. Believe it or not, I'm kind of discovering all this again myself. Hey, we got plantas. Yay! I do not know what this room is. What's this? Okay, so this is the bunks for the crew. They all have their own bathrooms. Supposedly, they want to be so realistic, you're going to have to use those bathrooms, right? Yeah, these are the crew quarters. So let's count the crew. 2, 4, 6, 8. So there's 10 plus the captain. Oh, no. There's 12 plus the captain. So 13 crew members in this ship can live and thrive. You can set your spawn point in here, which is pretty cool. We'll get to that point where we'll take a look at that. This is the hangar. Let's see if it automatically opens. It does. Now this can hold up to the size. They've actually put like a small salvage ships, small mining ships in here. And this is a full-on hangar that you can keep a ship in. In my case, you know, if we're in combat, you can put a couple of smaller fighters in here. You could put a Mirai Guardian in here. I think you could almost squeeze. I bet you I could squeeze one in delicately. Squeeze an Ares, either an Ion or a Inferno. I wonder. In any case, let's take a look over here. One of these is going to take us to the med bays. Let's see. No, this is the brig. What was that other room? Maybe that was the... This is where you can lock people in. That's storage. We'll open the door. Yeah, you can lock people in here. Better squat when you pee. Huh. Didn't know that was... I've never seen that storage before. That's new to me. I never saw that before. So, you know, you got somebody running derelict, or you say you're doing missions where there's going to be actual bounties where you're supposed to capture the criminal live. You'll be able to bring them to your Polaris and put them in the brig. So these are all, this is engineering, I think. This is going to take us to the business end. This is the gravity generator. Grav core system. Component access. This is where our capital class components are. I don't know if those are. They don't tell us here. On a personal note, I've only flown this ship briefly on my own. So down here you can see the engine room. It's liquid cooled. All this is going to be, you know, to me it's going to be, it'll be cool to an extent, but it's just going to be too much. It's with all the stuff they're going to add, this game is going to become like another life. You know, they want this game so real to life. It's almost a one-to-one reactive. I don't have that many more years left in my life to do that, so I just fly these ships around. I don't care about the gameplay cycle anymore because their cycle that they're making it is just going to be burdensome. See, all this stuff is still pretty cool looking. So you're going to have to fix this stuff. This is an engineering terminal. They haven't come into play yet. Engineering is supposed to be released in the next 1 or 2 patches because they're on their way to 1.0, and that's the early release. And this is the med bay. So here's the medical. And you can choose make this area your spawn location, whether you lay on the bed or go to the terminal there. It's going to give you the option up above your head. There it is. So medical care, or do you want to change your regeneration point? I can manage the treatment I'm getting. I'm just right now getting an IV stuck in me just to get my vitals back to normal. But this is the ship known as the Polaris. This was the largest warship in the game until they released the monster that we're going to pull up next. Let's see if I can figure out how to get down here. Yeah, we'll use the elevator. See, some things I can use my gamepad, other things you got to use the mouse and keyboard. What do we want? Let's go to engineering. Okay, we're gonna go down one more. Cargo bay. Cargo deck's gonna let us walk by the or walk through the engine room. So this is it.
It's the business end. It's where all the business gets done.
Again, more engineering terminals. For more redundant gameplay, Star Citizen. You're just programming redundancy in. That's all you're doing. Just redundant, mundane things that we have to do. Versus gameplay. Actual, real gameplay. Doing stuff. But again, I think the business model of this game is just selling these big old giant ships. Yeah, I'll be honest, this thing was not cheap. So imagine what the other one that I'm going to pull out runs. You can look it all up. But still, the attention to the detail, the ability to move about these ships as they're in flight, whether it's in quantum or it's in general flight, the ability for you to park this thing in open space and somebody be able to get to you, or you could park in open space, push something out, leave a jump marker to it, and they'll find it. They'll find it. So let's go back out and get another idea of the scale of this beast. And that's her. We were in one of those top turrets there. We didn't go into the big turret. This is her. And believe you me, she's big. She looks big. So you have to ask yourself, well, what can make that look small, right? I mean, that's a 13-man crew Corvette right there. Well,
Welcome to the
I'm going to try and get inside of this beast. I'll really try. I'm going to look for the button. It's got to be there somewhere. The key is, like I showed you, you got to find it. And I don't own one of these. This ship right here is something that they, as a subscriber, they're giving it to us for, I don't know if it's a week or the rest of the month. I don't know. Or up until the next update. Who's to say? Okay, I just want to hear that door latch and then I'll know. If you do this too quick, sometimes you have a ship spawn within a ship. This is the third largest ship I own, this heavy salvage ship, and it's huge. She's a big one too. She's got a look of like from the movie Aliens. It's It's an ominous
Your
looking
vehicle
ship.
has been delivered to
right?
the please visit us again.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Now you remember how big that one ship was. This one's called the Idris. That is the Idris. This is now the biggest warship in the game. Not to mention the fact it's probably the biggest ship tonnage-wise in the game. So the key is that this ship has ramps on the front and the rear. My problem is I don't know where the buttons are because I don't own one of these and I've never opened one up from inside of a hangar. So part of this is, you know, that's the, I think that's the, because it's also an aircraft carrier. So that is, I think, where you land the ships. We're going to see if we can find this button on this ship. So here we go. Let's walk slow. And it might be at the back. I don't know. See, the key is if you just go off too much, you saw how I did it with my other ship, you won't see it. You know, they could put a button on that landing gear sitting on the ground. Oh, well, we want to be realistic. Well, this isn't nearly as realistic. You might as well give us a like a remote key fob. Hell, even cars in the 21st century have it where I can unlock it from about 30 yards away. I've not seen anything. And this is what we run into. We don't find it. I can't remember if we entered this ship from the back or what. I could get on. I'm sure a lot of guys in the org that I'm in are either in Discord or in the game itself. There was a few that were in the game. I didn't see Viper. I know he owns one. He owns a couple of these, so we'd been taking them out. Whoa, 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 whoa. What was that? Oh, that was just that. Right. Yeah. So you get excited when you see something like that and you think, oh, we found it. Eyes got to be at the right angle. Utterly ridiculous. Ridiculous. How hard it is to find the button to enter these damn ships. See, we should have come across it. See, there's the ramp. Now I'm clicking on the ship. Don't ask me how that's flipped around, but it did. There's no side entrance I'm aware of. No, it's all front or rear. That's a separate hangar down here. That's for an cargo type ship. And then it actually has like a true landing pad. So this opens up. This splits open and the ramp comes out of it. Key is where is it? It's gotta be around here. Alright, we'll turn around again, try and get this here. Star Citizen design at its best. I'm pissed because I'm supposed to have this thing as a free-to-fly. And I can't get in it to fire it up. Now, on different models, they have like a laser, a railgun, and a torpedo launcher on the nose of this beast. This is the tame version that they're loaning to us. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Star Citizen. You know? No markings whatsoever for how to open this beast. None. Well, just to let you know, this is a $2,000 mass of pixels. If you spend new money, in other words, straight cash, it can be had for 1,700 real dollars. And this is what you gotta go through just to get in it. You gotta guess where the button would be. Now, current owners know where it is. But even then, should it be this difficult to spot? Should it be? This is what they give you for $2,000, roughly. $2,000. Can't even get in it. Because they make the fucking button so fucking inaccessible. I mean, it took me a long time to find the Polaris last night, too. It only took me as long as it did when we pulled the Polaris out because of the fact that, well, I searched for it for over an hour yesterday. You know? If you're just a little off this direction, it won't appear. If you're a little off this direction, it won't appear. You gotta be just perfect. Just right. Instead of just putting something on that landing gear. See that landing gear on the ground? You have a button on it. A simple button on it to go trigger the ramp. Oh no! Why would we want to do something that intuitive? Seriously, when we can have a magic floating hidden button, you gotta be something else just to find. No, this is what happens when you have inexperienced designers, which they do. They fired everybody with experience, except for their marketing people, except for their dude that does the videos. I mean, that guy adds nothing to anything except he talks. And they've had that guy around forever. But they give you shit like this. This ship should not be this difficult to find its entrance. At all. At all. It's nowhere to be found. So, I'm going to go check all around the landing gear. So you could easily just put a button here. Just a button. Bam, down goes the ramp. Get on it. Got a button up top to close it. Actually, you don't even have a button. This ship, I forget what the crew is. You got to have a guy in a control room. You got to go to this like control room to actually close this ship up. So I mean, this ship is like, for getting in and out of, it's just, it begs to be stolen. It begs to be stolen. And what I mean by that is that people can sneak on this ship. You get on this ship, somebody's hiding in your hangar, because people can get into these hangars. Hide. And as you lower that deal, you got to go to a completely different room, up a flight of stairs, to hit a button to close it back up anyway. I mean, I know where to find it on the inside of the ship, but I don't know where to find it on the outside. It's a floating deal like I showed on that Polaris, like a little floating X in the same colors you see that Mr. Puffin Stuff's extra large hangar. That thing is a little square blue floating X somewhere in the air around here. I'm going to look off to the sides. So who knows? I could have put off to the side. But you got to be perfectly on it for it to even flash to you. Oh, because for realism, we can't just have that showing up for you to see it. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Maybe if I do this. Let's go into options.